Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Sunday, September 7, 2025. And in the news this evening, Portmore truck driver charged with assaulting a constable and unlawful wounding. A Portmore St. Catherine truck driver has been charged after allegedly biting a police officer during an arrest over a traffic offense in Kingston. 42-year-old Glenroy Williams is charged with unlawful wounding, resisting arrest, and assaulting a constable. Reports from the Central Police are that around midday on Friday, September 5, Williams was observed by officers committing breaches of the Road Traffic Act. He was informed of the breaches but resisted arrest when the police attempted to accost him, according to the report. During the struggle, he reportedly bit one of the officers on the finger, causing a bleeding wound. He was eventually subdued and taken into custody, where he was later charged. His court date is being finalized. Slick fatally shot at home in Spanish Town. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the shooting death of a man at his home at the St. John's Road last night. He has been identified as 43-year-old Stephen Pasley, otherwise called Slick. Reports are that about 8:20 p.m., explosions were heard and the persons later stumbled upon the body. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the body was found lying on its side with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the upper body. The scene was processed and the body was removed to the Spanish Town Hospital. Motorcyclist injured in crash during celebratory election motorcade in Trelawny. A celebratory motorcade hosted on Saturday by Jamaica Labour Party Trelawny Northern Member of Parliament-elect Tova Hamilton took a tragic turn when one of the participants was seriously injured in a motorcycle crash. Reports are that the man was riding his motorcycle toward Falmouth when he collided with a Toyota Voxy minibus at the Falmouth exit near the overhead bridge. Eyewitnesses say the driver of the Voxy had just exited the North Coast Highway and was attempting to make a turn toward Falmouth when the accident occurred. The man was rushed to the Falmouth Hospital, where he was admitted. An investigation by the police is ongoing. Spanish Town woman accused of using fake certificates for teaching job application. A St. Catherine woman who allegedly submitted fraudulent documents to a school for a teaching position has been charged. She is 28-year-old Sonia Bailey of Fraser's Content in Spanish Town, who has been charged with a fraud. Bailey was charged on Saturday. Reports are that on August 29, the accused applied for the position of English teacher at a high school in Spanish Town and submitted accreditation purportedly from the Shortwood Teachers College and the Caribbean Maritime University. Upon reviewing the documentation, verification checks were conducted, and it was revealed that Bailey had never attended or received a certification from either institution. The matter was reported to the Spanish Town Police, who launched an investigation. Bailey was subsequently arrested and charged with a fraud. A court date is being finalized. ICE deports a fugitive wanted for alleged child rape in Jamaica. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency says officers from its enforcement and removal operations in Boston, Massachusetts, have deported a Jamaican criminal fugitive and alleged child rapist who was illegally residing in Stamford, Connecticut. According to ICE, on Thursday, officers from its Boston office deported Albert George Davis, 59, to Jamaica and turned him over to authorities there who had sought his arrest for the rape of a child in 2020. Albert George Davis fled to Connecticut in an apparent attempt to avoid prosecution for the disturbing victimization of a child in Jamaica, said ERO Boston Deputy Field Office Director David Westling. He has been hiding out in our country for 5 years, but now he will be forced to face justice in his native country. Under the leadership of President Trump and the Secretary Noem, ICE Boston will continue to prioritize public safety by aggressively locating, arresting, and removing criminal alien offenders from our New England communities, he added. ICE said Davis entered the U.S. lawfully in New York City on June 14, 2020 on a non-immigrant visa. On July 1, 2020, Jamaican authorities issued a warrant for Davis's arrest for the offense of rape and sexual intercourse with a person under 16 years of age. The U.S. State Department subsequently revoked Davis's non-immigrant visa. ICE said officers from its Boston Hartford field office arrested Davis in Stamford, Connecticut on May 29, 2024 and placed him into removal proceedings. On March 4, 2025, a U.S. Department of Justice immigration judge ordered Davis removed from the U.S. to Jamaica. Furniture maker charged with fraudulent conversion after failing to deliver goods. A furniture maker has been charged with fraudulent conversion after he allegedly accepted a $100,000 down payment to make 2 pieces of furniture but failed to deliver the items. He has been identified as a 36-year-old Ryan Bromfield, otherwise called Eggy, of Gordon District in White House, Westmoreland. According to police reports, Bromfield was paid over $100,000 as a down payment for him to make 2 pieces of furniture, which he agreed to deliver within a month. The money was handed over on Sunday, February 2 at 10 a.m. However, the timeline reportedly expired and Bromfield failed to deliver the items. A report was made to the police and a statement was recorded from the complainant implicating Bromfield. On Saturday, September 6, police conducted an operation at the home of Bromfield where he was arrested and later charged. His court date is being finalized. 2 charged with motorcycle theft. 2 men have been charged with larceny of motor vehicle and receiving stolen property after they were caught with a motorcycle that had been reported stolen along Deanery Road in Vineyard Town in June. They are 29-year-old Kafel McBean, a mechanic of Lineral Street, Rollington Town, and 21-year-old Davian Wilson, a laborer of Shooters Hill Road, Bull Bay. Reports are that on Tuesday, June 3, about 1:05 p.m., a man parked his motorcycle outside a business establishment while he was conducting a transaction inside. On his return, he noticed that the motorcycle was missing and made a report to the police. On Thursday, September 4, a police patrol team reportedly saw Wilson riding a motorcycle with no registration plate affixed to it. The officers stopped and questioned him, during which he alleged that the motorcycle was that of McBean. The lawmen then sought and questioned McBean, who reportedly identified the motorcycle to be his. However, further investigations were carried out and the motorcycle was confirmed to have been reported stolen, the police said. McBean and Wilson were arrested and later charged. Their court dates are being finalized. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.